Hey guys, it's Maria Chike Benjamin, ex BBNaija season 6 housemate. Shine your eye. You're watching the Convo on Boombox. Stay tuned. Mwah.
Very nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you guys.
And now you're out of the Big Brother house. How
Yes.
is the feeling so far? How's been the experience so far?
I'm literally so overwhelmed. Oh my god, like there's so much in stock and I can't take it. I'm shocked, so shocked, and I feel amazing and I'm so thankful. Like Big Brother, I didn't even know it was like this, so let me know like Big Brother, thank you. Like literally, it's so much for me, and I'm still trying to come to terms and like to reality about how my life is actually going to change, and I can't take it in just yet. It'll take me a while.
Interesting. So before the Big Brother house, what were you doing?
Okay, so previously, obviously, I lived in London. I used to work for different firms. I worked for Deloitte, that counts the votes. I worked for a few companies. I was into normal like 9 to 5 office. I did, PA, like personal assistance, HR, stuff like that. Trying to save money to do my daycare. Daycare has always been a thing for me.
Oh, you're on a daycare?
I want to open up a daycare
okay.
in the future. Maybe next year. We don't know. Anyway, so I was doing that. Then I got fed up of the UK and I moved to Dubai as a flight attendant for Emirates. So I did that for an actual long time. I think like going to 6 years. And then I got made redundant last year due to COVID. And I said, well, I need a job. So I went into real estate because literally it was booming at the time. So I started selling houses in Dubai. Great money, loved it. It was so demanding. Like I had no life. Clients would call me anytime they wanted. So I just thought I can't keep doing this. Like I want something else. And as of last year, people were talking to me about Big Brother, like my close friends, they said, I think you should go. I was like, no, never.
Why?
I don't know. Because I'm such a private person. It would be me showing myself to the world. And I'm not that person. So last minute, when my friends had said, oh, they're auditioning, I said, okay, let's do this. And then I said, oh, do you know what? They're not even going to take me. They're going to think me this one. So I literally just applied, and the whole process was so long, so scary. You don't know. And yeah, you guys found me on stage.
Wow, and you came in as a wild card.
I know.
So this was your first shot at the Big Brother thing?
Yes, my first time.
And then you came in as a wild card.
Aww.
Can you imagine? So that means it was meant for you, actually.
I'll actually tell you a funny story. When I came out of the house, they said to me, wow, thanks, blah, blah, blah. The reason we actually wanted to put you as a wild card was because we weren't even sure of taking you. Because even if you go on lockdown, you're still not guaranteed to make it to the house. So they said, we didn't think we were going to take you. We were still debating because you were not giving us, we thought there was something to you, but you were not opening up. You were too closed. We didn't know what you were about. We didn't want you going into the house and become boring, or viewers were just thinking, why did they just bring this one here? But we went, that's why we introduced the wild card, and literally after a day you became a different person. We're like, who's this girl on TV? That's not the girl we've been interviewing, or this girl can't. So yeah, that was what happened to me. So that was actually apparently why they introduced the wild card.
Wow.
Apparently.
Interesting.
Allegedly.
And then you met Pere as your other
Yeah, I didn't know there was a second wild card.
Okay,
I
so
literally had no clue.
So that time when Big Brother gave the housemates the assignment to figure out the wild card, did you know Pere was the other person?
No, it took me maybe like 3 days. We were in the bedroom. We were on Saga's bed in the blue room. It was a bunch of us, and this Pere brought it up. So guys, we still need to talk about this wild card thing. It was just the way he was behaving. Like I'm a good observer, but I don't say anything. Like I still play the fool. So he was just like talking things that didn't make sense, trying to convince people that it was the way the two people paired in during let's count. I was like, this boy, and it was the way he was panicking, it was his mannerism, there was so many things. I was just watching him and I said, you're the wild card, you're the second wild card. I said that to my head, and I even said it to him. I said, I know you're the one. And he goes, I think you're the one. But I think he thought I was joking, like we were saying that to almost everyone. Sorry, I just saw dumb Pere on. I don't want to drink. But anyway, we were just thinking, we were playing and stuff. But the day I was like 99% sure was the actual day, because said the wild cards are sitting together. Like when we were taking the numbers, and everyone sat together, so everyone was like, I just straight away. So I looked at him and I said, "You're exactly like me. Like you are the wild card." And he looked at me. He was like, "Don't say that out loud." I said, "You are." He said, "Shut up." I was like, "Okay." And then that was it.
Interesting. So now I'm going to ask you, not you and Pere as a wild card now. I'm going to ask you as individuals. It was like you guys had this love and hate relationship, because sometimes it seemed like you wanted to open up to him and maybe there was some feeling somewhere, but sometimes you're like, nah, don't talk to me. And because there was a time Pere came and said he liked you and you're like, I don't like you. Good to bed. So what was going through your head that time?
I liked Pere a lot as a friend. I'm not going to lie. Pere was one of the guys that I could confide in. We had a connection.
Yeah.
So I could confide in him. I could go to him and gossip. Not gossiping, tell him how I felt about certain things or if I was annoyed. And for me, it was great. And I did understand that Pere liked me a lot. And I was having fun with it. Like, I loved the attention so much.
That's what girls
because,
do.
and we're in a confided space. And, like, you're not with your loved ones or your family.
Yeah.
There's no TV, there's no mobile phone. So, yeah, I was literally loving it. I soaked it all in. And, but I just knew there was never going to be anything between me and Pere from the get-go. Like, I went into the house as single. But, when it got a little bit more serious from Pere, because, he was saying it almost every day, I really like you, why don't you like me, I like you, why? And I just said, look, he actually thought I was lying about having a thing outside the house. And, we spoke about it. So for me, I felt like I became so fond of him. Yeah, so, that's practically what it was for me. And, I liked our friendship, and that was just about it.
So, there was, I think, why did you guys end a strike from Big Brother?
Ooh, Maria was being a very naughty girl, by the way. And I didn't know that side of Maria. Like, I don't know who that is.
I think you and Pere, you guys had quite a relationship, because just sometimes when you guys are talking, we could even barely hear you. Like, what's this girl
Pere
saying?
talks, no, maybe when you do interview him, Pere talks like this. You can't even do it. So the thing is, Maria, like, he literally talks so low.
So
and sometimes you just have to play the same character, and then he talks like that, and then I go, oh, I understand. Okay. It's all a game, right? But no, Pere talks really low, so that's probably why. But no, the strike thing, I was totally out of order. I was not even drunk, funny enough. So I don't know what happened to me, and I was just bold. I took on this persona that I was trying to be like Sharon Stone or something. I thought I was, and I got a strike, 2 strikes. I deserved it. Yeah.
So when you and Pere were he was the head of house and you were the deputy, you guys had a conversation about Whitemoney.
Okay.
In the room.
Yeah.
So was it that you guys had maybe like something for Whitemoney? And it was like Pere was so sure that the kitchen was Whitemoney's strategy. Did you also think it was a strategy, or you were indifferent at some point?
Okay, so prior to Pere actually telling me all of that whole thing in, upstairs in the, head of house room about White, I already saw what was happening in the house. I don't know what Pere had for White. That's between them. I know, or rather I knew, he didn't really like White like that. He would even say, there's something about that guy, I don't like him. But my observations and my understanding is whether or not it was a strategy or a strategy, I just felt like it would make people need him. Pere was head of house at the time, and I didn't know whether others understood the game, that we were in a game. Even sometimes I forgot I was on a TV show. Sometimes I just thought I was with friends in a house. So it's kind of like a reminder, because it's just logical. Like, if he cooks, and it was too much. It was too good to be true. So he cooked morning, afternoon, and night every single day with no help. Sometimes some of the girls would help. I sometimes would ask. I'll help a little bit. But like, it was too good to be true, and it would just make, and everyone was so comfortable with it. So it's like, if that was me not being aware of my environment, and I went into the diary room during nominations, White would never be in my head. So in a way, he's getting to the finals. I wanted him to interact with others how we used to get in trouble. Like, I'm having a conversation and then I annoy you, or you would annoy me. White never had the opportunity because he was always in the kitchen. So that was my own thing. I wanted him to be a housemate, not a cook, you know? So when Pere had said it, I'd pre-thought about it, but when Pere had said it, I was like, yeah, I actually thought about it, and yeah, it's your reign. If you want to take him out, I actually support that, but not in support due to Pere's personal thing with what that was their problem. I didn't care. I had my own reservations as to why White had to be out of the kitchen.
So, you know, it was like a week after you became the head of house.
Yeah.
And then Pere and Whitemoney had that
No, it was the week.
confrontation.
It was the actual week.
Oh yeah, it was that week. So at that point in time, I know you had to step in. So did you think it was, what happened was a downplay of that conversation that you guys already, you and Pere already had about Whitemoney? Did you think that conversation was still, like, it still bore a burden in him? So he just had to let out what he had in mind for Whitemoney?
I really wouldn't know, if I'm being completely honest. I don't have a clue what Pere is. I'm coming out the house and I'm seeing different sides to Pere that I didn't see in the house. And I don't know what his strategy was. I can't really speak for him. But I would say people do forget that White really liked me a lot, not just as a friend. And I don't know if Pere's strategy in the house, or him saying I really like you, Maria, was genuine enough for him to be jealous. But I knew he used to like wind me up and like tease me about Cross, Michael. Oh, I see the way you look at them. I know you like them. I wish you'd just stop. And he also used to do that with White. And I felt like, I don't know why he did what he did. My imagination, I'd say, if he genuinely liked me like he said he did, it would have been anger, maybe because White also really liked me. I don't know, that's what I would think. Or maybe his strategy, I don't know, now I'm beginning to think people were even doing this thing called highlights. I didn't even know what highlights were. Like, you'd go in so maybe that was his highlight and he thought about it. I'm coming out and I'm seeing different sides, so I really can't speak on that. It could be anything. It could be jealousy due to me. It could be highlight. It could be I don't actually like this guy for real. I don't know what it is.
So since you got out, have you taken your phone? Have you seen videos online?
Yeah. I've seen a
I'm
lot.
sure you must have stumbled on the video where Pere was talking to Angel.
Yeah.
So was that a lie, or do you think that's also an highlight?
I have addressed this in so many interviews, so I'm not going to be going in depth with it, but it is what it is. None of that happened, and I wish Pere all the best in his life.
So
That's
no
what it
hard
is.
feelings?
No, none at all. You're allowed to say whatever you want to say. Likewise, I am, and
Okay, so now that you're outside the house, I know a public opinion is that you didn't like Angel, and you said a lot of things, and even the last jacuzzi party, there was this look you gave her, like, I think she wanted to get something from Emmanuel, and you're like, you winked and just to signal him. So there's been a lot of opinions when it comes to you
that's my
and
bestest
Maria.
friend, right? That's my bestest boyfriend, right?
Ooh.
Emmanuel.
Oh, okay, you and
Okay.
because
Yeah.
So do you think your people have misunderstood you on how you feel about Angel?
Right. Completely. I have absolutely, for the last time, nothing against Angel. Angel is a beautiful soul. Angel told us, me in particular with Aaron, a few people about her story. I was like, wow, I was blown away. I thought I had a hard life, and clearly I can't even compare. Like, she's been through a lot, and it's hard for anyone to try and relate, like, as a person, what her thoughts and emotions as to why she is who she is. I have zero problems with her sexuality or how she tries to, show it out. But what I'm going to say is I never slut shamed Angel, ever. I have no right to do that. I'm not perfect myself, so why would I slut shame someone else? My issue was people misunderstood because they don't watch the whole house at the same time. We had a game. Someone else had said something to Michael in the whisper game, and Angel was the answer to the question. And basically the question was, which of the ladies in the house do you think has the smelliest BJJ? And he went over to Angel, and that was how all of this started, because Peace drank alcohol to get the answer to that question. And Peace told me about that. So when we went into the executive room and I brought up the topic of, what do you guys really think of Angel? Because I want to know if it's just me. And Peace brought that up, saying, you know, it's just weird how oh God, I called the name, how someone would say blah, blah, blah about a person. And I said, yeah, for him to even say it like that or think that, that's really bad. It's like he looks at her a certain way, like she's a prostitute or something. And that was where all this thing broke out, that I thought I said she is a prostitute, or I don't have anything against Angel. Like, all I had against her, or it's actually not against it, didn't like about her was, you know, it was kind of disrespectful that sometimes when I was head of house, when other people were head of house, or certain things in general, you know, you'd call her. I remember there was a particular day, it happened a few days, like different days, but there was a particular day I was really, really upset. And I was like, because you're head of house, don't do what Maria would do, because they might perceive you like, oh, okay, because you're head of house. But literally, I went into that bedroom at least 4 times trying to wake Angel up for a brief. Everyone else was sat there waiting. People were even like, Angel, Angel, shouting her out. I walked in and out. It's a long walk. Because I'm head of house, I want to sleep. Do you know what I mean? Like, Biggie, I'm respecting Biggie and doing what Biggie's asking me. Can you respect me? Like, so, you know, that day really offended me. And other things, you know, certain times when we're asked to do tasks, she's like, oh, I want to eat because I have ulcer, and she'll eat before everyone else when we're starving. It was just so many different things that, but you see, Friday and Saturday night Angel, I love, and I want to be around, I like, because that's when none of her ulcers and nothing happens. She's a perfect angel. So I have nothing against that girl. Like, honestly, I love her as a person.
Okay, so now that you're outside the house, do you think there's anything you could change about how people perceive you?
No. I don't want to change myself, because I'm still learning myself, and I like the person I am in my own skin. I'm not perfect, and I don't think anyone in this world will ever be perfect. We're all humans. But what I am learning is to, you know, try and understand other people's sensitivity before. I'm a very quick to talk person. Like, I just speak whenever I want to, but without realizing people's sensitivity. So I have to understand that moving forward, that just think about their state. Are they in a joking mood before you speak? Yeah, stuff like that. But any other thing, never. I don't want to change myself.
So the day you were evicted, when Ebuka called your name, the reaction was on your face was like, no, that's a lie. Am I really? You had such, it was almost like you couldn't even believe that you were leaving the house. What was going through your head when he called your name?
I was very shocked, extremely shocked. So throughout the week, when I was nominated, actually the nomination day, the day that they nominated me, I was so upset. Like, I felt like I wanted to open the door and leave by all means and just bear all the consequences. I was just there to opening the door and leaving.
Yeah, I think there was even a point you even mentioned that you wanted to take a voluntary exit.
Yeah.
Why?
I didn't mention it. I was reading the rule book all by myself, and I don't know who came and was like, what are you doing? Voluntary exit, you want to go? That was where all that came from. I was just so frustrated towards the end, not because of anything. I was overwhelmed by so many emotions. I was missing home a lot. That particular week, so I don't know what was going on. I just wasn't Maria. Like, I just wasn't myself. I felt ashamed that I broke certain rules and that I got a strike, because honestly, as much as I'm a very mischievous person, in my real life, I actually don't do horrible things. I don't know. Like, I'm a good mischievous girl, I think.
You say you're a mischievous person.
I'm very mischievous.
And that's also emphasizes your role when Big Brother told you to pick people that you were going to evict. And then when Ebuka came in on the live, she was like, Maria. And then you're like, Ebuka,
He confused me, because I told Big Brother in the diary room, the people I'm going to pick are not the people I want to leave the house. I know you're a funny guy. I know you have plans in your head. Don't evict these people because I will die. So when Ebuka said that, it wasn't part of the plans. So at first I was confused, and I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. And he was straight-faced. And I was like, I hate these people. After today, I'm leaving. I'm literally going to leave. And then it was a joke.
Okay, so I was going to ask you. Okay, so now that you're outside the house, what's next for you?
Oh my God. I'm literally just going to welcome everything that God, has in place for me. I mean, sometimes we do plan and, He redecides your life. So I'm just literally just going to welcome whatever He gives me. I mean, I do know there'll be lots of ambassadorships, and I do want to, sign on with reputable brands and, keep an image. Those are short-term goals. For the long-term goals, I still do want to open up my daycare in Abuja. But there might just be a Maria TV show coming up soon. Might. We're still in talks, so let's see.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you didn't mention acting in any way.
So acting, I have been asked, and I am very much welcome to that. But obviously the TV show is into entertainment, so entertainment in general. So yeah, in the future, if acting roles and stuff like that come, 100%, I will.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you, if you could choose. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 guys. You're going to kiss one, beat one,
Yeah.
and marry one. So the first person on the list is Michael.
Michael, okay.
So would you kiss, marry, or beat Michael?
Give me the rest.
Yeah, okay, Michael, Pere, and Whitemoney.
Oh my God, that's a difficult one. Because they're not even on my list.
Oh, who do you have on your list?
I want to marry someone else. I want to marry Saga.
Oh.
And I want to...
I hope you can fight.
Oh, Nini
'Cause-
knows that. Oh, she knows. I tell her all the time. He is literally the perfect gentleman.
Okay.
He's so respectful. For marriage, maybe Saga. Anyway, to you guys, I would in this case, because I don't really know Michael, I never got the opportunity to really get to know Michael, I would kiss him. Because you can't marry a stranger, right? I know White a little bit, and he's a good soul, but, I just had a miss. Actually, no, I stand by all my paranoia that I had. But I'll marry him because I know I could be able to bully him and do whatever I wanted with him. And I'm going to beat the out of Pere. And that's it. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, so I want to ask you, what you think about Boma as a person?
You know what? I think I said it to the girls in the executive lounge, and I said, Boma thinks I'm friends with him. I can't remember if I said it in the executive lounge or to someone else. I said, I think Boma thinks I'm really good friends with him. I've never liked him because... Okay, never liked is quite harsh. I've never related to him, but there's something weird about him, and he's a very sensible, corny. You will not Boma is just whatever. Boma is beneficial. Boma does things for benefits that would benefit him, and he doesn't care about anyone. That's what I think about him. But he's very talented though, because he was in my TV series that I love to watch, Blacklist. That was the best TV show of all times, and he was in it. So he's talented. I'll give him that. But anything else, not my cup of tea.
Interesting. So if you were to put 5 people on your list, the top 5 people, what people going to be on your list?
Male or female? Both.
No, both.
In the hat from the house.
Yeah.
Nika Rose would be there. Peace, Nini,
Yeah, your girls.
Angel. No, 1 minute. Angel. You know what? I actually liked my friendship with Pere. Pere would be on the list, but I'm just going to be watchful and mindful. Yeah, he'd be the list fifth.
Okay, so who do you think is going to win the show?
I don't know. I'm actually quite surprised. I don't know how the strategy is going this year. I feel like everyone's... I don't know. I wish all of them best of luck, but I would love for Liquor Rose to win. And if her votes don't... If she doesn't even get to the final or the last 5, Whitemoney, because I believe he'll get there.
All right. Thank you. It was
Thank you
nice
so much.
talking
Likewise,
to you.
I really do appreciate. Thank you guys.